Hey everyone, Lauren from A Girl and Her Wool here. So today we're standing in what will be my dye studio. So we've historically, we've lived here for 2 years. We have been using this room as a laundry room. So we used to have all of our laundry baskets along this wall that you can see, and this wall over here, and then we had our drying racks lined up in here, and then the floor would be kind of open, which is where I did a lot of my blocking. So if you saw a recent dye with me where I was blocking a project, that's where I was. But this is going to become my dye studio, so let me give a little bit of a tour here. So there's Pai. So there is a closet in here. We have a drying rack, and then we have boxes, and then the drying racks are still gonna stay in here because I don't like that in a bedroom, but those are gonna stay here. We're gonna get the tables set up. So I bought tables, and I have more burners, and then just some miscellaneous other stuff. This vlog will probably be over a long term. So today is Saturday of Labor Day weekend. It's September 5th. And so I'll probably be showing you this in pieces. The walls will be getting painted at some time, but the goal for this weekend is to just get this into a working dye studio so that I can spend this weekend dyeing up yarn. I've talked about this before, and by the time this airs, hopefully this is like a more normal thing, but I will be switching to in-stock only versus a combination of in-stock and custom dyeing. You can still order custom orders. I just mean, you'll know when you're placing a custom order versus buying something and then it's whether or not I have it in stock or if I dye it up for you. So anyway, it's exciting because I can do, with a bigger space like this, I can do much more batch dyeing. I can dye up more at a time, which means more efficiencies, which means orders will get out sooner. I'll be able to offer more products and just be dyeing more. So I'm excited about this. I don't have to work around meal times and running schedules and all that. So I'm excited. So anyway, let's set these tables up and get this into a working dye studio. Hey guys, so we have the table set up, and I put my drying racks back. There's still a ton of mess in here. It's just all kind of squeezed out of the way here. Just lots of stuff left to put away, but the tables are here. So that's exciting, and now that I am sweaty and tired, I have to go work out, but I will be back to finish putting everything away, so stay tuned. All right, Pi, why don't you give them the studio tour? So everything is up. So like I said, at this point, so it's now Sunday. I have everything up here that I need. That window, you can't get to it, Pi. I'm sorry. I don't want you by the dyes. Come on, get down. All right, so just so you guys know, the cats won't be allowed in here after I do this. The window's open, so he's pretty excited about it. Okay, so again, Pai's out now because the burners were, I was testing to make sure they worked, and so they're hot. Sorry, it's echoing in here. So anyway, I have all of my pans here. I have a dehumidifier so we can help keep the room moisture down, and then I have a gauge so I know what the humidity is in here if I need to keep running it. I have my dyes. I have all my miscellaneous supplies. I kind of just threw everything in there to bring it up here, so that will get reorganized. I have my recipe book. Right now I'm sticking with the 3 burners. That's what I had downstairs between my 4 on my stove, and that one's actually an old one. Fan for ventilation. And then a drying rack to dry yarn plus all the other drying racks. So that is this studio tour. I'm not sure if this is going to get posted now or if I'll wait until I have more set up. So the walls are going to get painted, and we'll see what else happens in here if I need anything else. Over there I have a drop cloth, so that will get put down whenever I'm dyeing, which I'm gonna go start doing. And I am so excited that I get to dye yarn, and if I don't finish before lunch, I do not need to clean it all up. I cannot wait. I'm like half hoping that I'm not finished before lunch. But anyway, I'm gonna get to dyeing. I have to film a dye with me and get some other things for the shop. So anyway, I will see you next time. Hey everyone, so it is Sunday, October 25th. You can see this is set up a little bit differently than you probably last saw it. I'm actually having an electrician come in tomorrow, and he's gonna add more outlets along this wall. So my burners are all gonna be set up on this table, and so I rearranged it a little bit. Anyway, so I will show you guys what this looks like tomorrow, and then once he comes and successfully puts in more outlets, I'll actually be able to use more burners at once, and so I can do all of my dyeing up here, and it'll be great. So this is kind of a before the extra outlets are in. I only own 3 of these, and so I'm probably gonna get 4 outlets put in because that seems to be like the maximum of what we'll be able to do, but then just use the 3 for now. So anyway, this is it. Again, it's also going to get painted in a couple of days, so you guys will see that as well. Alright guys, it is now Halloween. It is Saturday, October 31st, and I am standing in the doorway of my dye studio. So I'm going to, so you can see a lot has happened. The walls are now painted. You probably can't see, or I know you can't see all the outlets. I'll show you guys those in a second if I haven't already. But I'm going to just put this room back together, get it going, and give you guys the final tour. I am so stoked about this. So I have been dyeing in here. This hasn't been in a standstill. I have been dyeing, but because of how much power each burner uses, I could only ever run 1. And so if I was doing dye with me's, those were perfect for dyeing up here because I could close the door, the cats won't be meowing, my husband won't need to be quiet, and I could just dye and focus on that one colorway. But if I was doing batch dyeing or just kind of getting a bunch of stuff done at once, I was still in my kitchen. And so I am so thrilled, my husband is so thrilled that everything is officially moving up here. I'm officially using the dye studio, and I can't wait. So I actually have yarn soaking on the floor right behind me in a bucket. It's not like on the floor, but So I'm gonna just do a final inspection of this room because the painters were here yesterday. They wrapped it up. The electrician was here Monday, and then the painters came in. So they finished up yesterday. So before I move anything back, I'm just gonna do my final inspection and make sure there's no touch-ups or anything that they need to come back and do in here. And then I will set the room up. So I'll do a time lapse of that, and then I will give you a tour. So I'm so excited, and then I'm gonna eat lunch, and then after lunch I am going to get that yarn that's in a bucket dyed. So I'm just dyeing up some of the dye to order colorways, so the November Yarn Club and the Not in Kansas Anymore. I got some orders for those, so I just want to get those dyed up. And then I am going to be filming a dye with me today that would have aired Tuesday, so go check that out. I announced giveaway winners, and then a new giveaway. So in all my dye with me's, I always do a giveaway, so make sure you go check that out. I did some really fun testing of colorways and mystery minis. I talk about it like it's in the past tense, which it is for you, but I haven't done it yet. So that is my plan of what I'm going to be doing, so most likely that is what you saw. So anyway, I'm going to get to organizing and then dyeing, and then, well, I'll give you the final tour, and then we'll get to dyeing. Okay guys, so before I do too much, you saw me moving the tables back. I actually think they're reverse of where they were before, but based on what's underneath, but that is fine. So again, the walls are now painted. You can see we did kind of, it's a gray blue, and it looks gray when there's a lot of natural light, and then the blue really tends to show when it's in the shadows. So you can even see like it's more gray and then more blue, which is really cool. It's really what I was going for. So all of the bedrooms got done in this color. What we did differently in here is this is actually bathroom paint. So they used, you know, in all of our bathrooms we got the bath paint, but in this bedroom too, I also put that in just because with all the steam, I will have the window open while I'm dyeing, but just because of all the steam and everything, I figured why not just do the bath paint to just help like mold resistance. What's pretty cool too, and you can see I have all my drying racks here that I have not put away yet. So what's nice is that we told them not to do closets other than our master closets. They actually painted the closet in here, and I don't 100% know exactly what I plan to do with this closet. Right now it stores like my blocking mats because I always block my knits in here. It stores fans that I use for drying the yarn. Oh look, and they didn't take the tape off. That's funny. Anyway, so I'm pretty excited that they actually painted this, because for the same reason, it's nice that we'll have the mold resistant paint here in the closet too. That didn't occur to me that we would want it in there, and I'm glad that they took the initiative and did it. Alright guys, I think we're ready to go for now. It's not the most organized, it's still a little bit of a mess. You can see my drop cloth hanging up, but when I start dyeing, the drop cloth will be on the floor anyway. But it's set up for now. Of course, I'm going to play around with it and make sure I like where everything is. Today will be a great way to test it out. So we'll see, things will move around. This is by far not done, but it is my dye studio for now. So over time we'll see what I need to add, if I need to add another table here, if I need to put the drying rack somewhere else. I don't always leave them open and propped out like this, but I wanted to see like how everything fit for today. Again, I might take some down and then put them back up when I do have yarn drying. And so yeah, let me walk around and show you guys how I have this all set up and then close out this vlog. Okay guys, so this is again where we walk in. It's kind of funny. The doorway is on a slant into the room, so you don't kind of like walk in perpendicular. But anyway, like I said, I have some yarn soaking in my bucket there. We have drying racks, and so I really wanted to keep this wall empty for now, because I might eventually use it for storage. I wanted to keep that area in case I need to put something in here. For now, the drying racks are there, and that's all fine. And then I have my fan. Again, I usually put that away in the closet, but I just left it out because I will be dyeing today, so I will be using it. And again, some drying racks. Actually, are shades. You can see we don't have any shades up there yet. My husband has to put that back on. So, and then I have a little bit of yarn drying. And so then I have kind of my L shape here with my 2 tables. Originally, the way I thought about it was I was going to put the burners along here because the window, I thought it would be good ventilation. But when I was dyeing there, I found that I have the fan in the window pointed out when I'm dyeing. That way it's kind of like blowing all the air outside. But I still found that it blew the dye around, which is like the opposite of what you want to happen. So when the dye is in powder form, that's when it's bad. So I didn't want that happening. And my electrician, you can see, and I blocked a lot of them, but he put the outlets along this back wall. This wall, and I'm moving around a lot, but if you look at like this corner, the roof of my house comes down like this. And so it was easier for him to put them along this wall instead of having like the low ceiling along this wall, which again, I'm happy about because I wanted to move the burners here. So he put in 4 new outlets. So let me show you guys what's going on here, because the electrical work, who knew you'd be so excited for electrical work. So this outlet here is the one that was already here. So this is connected to kind of the circuit that existed in my house already. It is, oh, he labeled, okay, yeah, so that, oh, I wonder if the painters must have moved around all of my labels. Anyway, ignore the label on there. This is the one that's the regular one for my house. It's upside down because that one is controlled by the light switch. So like, again, this is supposed to be a bedroom, so that would be controlled by the light switch. And you know, you would put a lamp in it basically. But I liked that it was upside down so I could tell that it's different, because I have that outlet and I have 3 more down the wall, and each one of those has their own dedicated circuit. So I can run a burner through each one of those. So I have 3 now, so they'll each get plugged into one. So I'll buy another burner, and then I'll have 8 burners that I can use. So that's the setup there. I have all my pans underneath, citric acid. That's a dehumidifier, so I just run that whenever I'm dyeing and yarn is drying. That way it keeps the humidity down in the room. And you can see I have a little check there to see what the humidity in the room is. It's been raining all week this week, so I guess I'm not too surprised that the humidity is a little bit up, but it's not currently running. I haven't dyed all week, so I have dyes in there. So I plan on having 1 more burner, so I would probably move that one down and put it there, so that way it's lined up with all the circuits. I'll keep all of my gear there, and when I'm dyeing, that can be like my station of where I keep the dyes that I'm using, and then the cups to rinse. You can see my hands are so dry. It's just washing my hands in this climate, I guess, dries my hand out. And so that's my gloves, my tongs that I use, my safety goggles, my respirator, they're all there. Again, that will be where the dyes I'm not using will live. I have random supplies in here. Again, I need to organize that. So it's just the spoons that I use to dye, bottles that I use to mix up. Again, it's a mess, it needs to be cleaned up. And then my plan is, when I'm dyeing these, this is where pans will sit to cool and finish setting. So that way I can take pans off the burners, put them on this empty place, and then keep going. And then again, my drop cloth, which I put down when I dye, and towels, which I like to put underneath the yarn when it's drying, and then rags that I use for cleaning and everything. And so that is the tour. So again, I have a really nice setup here. I'm excited about it. I need to buy new power strips. These are really old, so I want to replace them, but or not power strips, surge protectors. But I'll use those for today. And that is it, please. But that is my dye studio, and I'm so excited to get in there and bring you guys all gorgeous yarn. And that is it for this vlog. So I hope you have a great weekend. If you're watching this late, I hope you just enjoy your day, and I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye.